players, and he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words every time.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Howard. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Sanders a first down, still going. And all the way up to the 46.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. A give to Howard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Howard. 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And once again, this is Sanders. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And they'll get this down to the 10. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. He's back to throw, and he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. Elliott now to add the extra point. And they have got the lead. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. One final try for Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. We'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular